Welcome to Healthy Hibbing, a show brought to you by Fairview Range Community Health Outreach and Hibbing Chemical Health Advisory Committee. Our mission is to promote the well-being of our community's chemical health through education, prevention, and awareness. Hi, my name is Cheryl Bisping, and I am the Community Health Outreach Coordinator for Fairview Range. Today I'm speaking with Chris Champion, who is the lead pastor of North Star Church in Hibbing, and associate pastor Mark Anderson of the Chisholm Baptist Church. Welcome, Chris and Mark. How are you today?
Thanks, great. It's a beautiful day, huh?
Yeah, we are sitting on location of an upcoming event that we're going to be talking about. I understand there is a new addition to the Jubilee celebration lineup this year. Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, so this year we had the opportunity, I'm on the chamber committee for Jubilee, and we had the idea of possibly doing a concert during Saturday night, but then Lori Fido stepped in and came up with the idea of possibly doing something on Friday night. And so we got the ball started, and that's why we're sitting here today.
Well, good. Can you tell me a little bit about this event and like the bands that are coming?
Yeah, so we started working on it, me and Mark together. This whole process has been kind of me and Mark spearheading it, along with Kevin Norton and the Chamber and other sponsors to organize this whole thing. So what we'll be having is a huge Friday night concert with Seventh Time Down and Hannah Kerr, which should just be a great time for everyone to come out and enjoy a fun night on Howard Street.
Okay, so this is a Friday night.
Friday night,
July
7th.
Mm-hmm.
From 6 to about 9 p.m.
Okay, and I understand it's on Howard Street and 3rd Avenue?
Yep, so it'll run from Howard Street all the way down to 1st Avenue by all the businesses down there. So we'll have 2 blocks blocked off for this concert.
Okay, and what kind of, you mentioned Seventh Time band and another
Hannah Kerr. Yep.
Hannah Kerr. And what kind of music is that?
So it'll have more of a rock and roll feel, contemporary rock and roll.
Okay, all right. Where did the idea for this come up from?
Well, the idea kind of came from just looking at just different events that go on in our town and saying, why don't we add on to what's already happening with a weekend that's full of fun? We thought we could possibly look at adding another night of entertainment with so many people being in town.
Okay, and so is this part of the street dance or additional to the street dance?
Mark, why don't you answer that one?
Yeah, it's a little, it would be separate from the street dance on Saturday night. And being that we wanted to focus a little bit larger and appeal to more people, we decided to do it on a Friday night.
Okay.
And when we were talking about a concert, you know, originally we were thinking of maybe a Saturday night, and along with some of the other bands that, you know, often are there on the street dance. But we thought, you know, maybe we could create something just a little bit different feel for a Friday night concert. And
so who is like the target audience then for this concert? Because, you know, I know Saturday night it's probably more adultish feel to it. Is this more for the churchgoers, or?
We want it to really be for everybody, I mean, we're really targeting a family-friendly environment.
Okay.
And you know, not only in Hibbing, but really, you know, we're looking across the range, you know. Okay. And, you know, really what a great opportunity to see people all over the range come. And we're really working to get the word out because, I mean, anybody can come, families, children, all ages, and I think really enjoy this a lot.
Yeah, and with that, I mean, like you said, Obviously, we know that Jubilee Festival is Hibbing's huge celebration, and what an incredible time where we get to come together and celebrate our town's history and everything. And this is just kind of adding to that, where we have the opportunity not only just to celebrate Hibbing, but this event is so large that people from across the Iron Range will have the opportunity to be a part of this, because this will be the largest concert that has happened on the Iron Range in, I would guarantee, 10 plus years.
Okay.
That's the scale of size that this concert will be.
Very cool. So, family friendly. So, can people bring alcohol? Is that going to be allowed on the streets?
Yeah, so with that, this event will have no alcohol. Not that that's a bad thing, but we wanted to have an opportunity to have an event where people didn't have to worry about that. That it could just be a time where families could get together, feel comfortable knowing that nothing's going to happen, nothing that their children wouldn't want to see, that they could feel just at peace throughout the whole entire night and not worry about later on at night.
Okay. And what about vendors? Will there be, vendors out like on the street dance night or?
Yeah, so just like the street dance, they have many vendors. So we will have a few vendors this year. We will have Cappies and Schweibe's coming, along with maybe some businesses that are looking at maybe being open on that night to provide food and drinks also.
Okay.
So there
And
should
we
be.
really want to encourage too, people that come into town, eat at the establishments that are there, and because we really want this to be a great thing for them too,
Right.
for the whole Jubilee weekend.
We want to support our local businesses.
Yep.
And very good. So give me some background on the bands. I was listening to Seventh Time during work yesterday just to try to get a feel, and it appealed to me. I told my coworker, I think we'll just have this music play in the office every day.
Yeah.
But I know I liked it. So what ages do it seems to appeal. I'm not that young anymore, but I could see where the teens would really like it, the younger teens. And so just tell me a little bit about these bands and how you found them.
Yeah, so never done concerts or anything like that before, but it was a few years ago when I was walking on the street dance one night, and I was saying, this is cool that we have one night, but why can't we have more? And so that's how this whole thing started. I said to myself, well, I'm not going to complain or say, well, why don't we have more opportunities? I was like, well, why don't I try to actually be the person who starts the catalyst to having something come in? And that's how all this got started. And so through that, I started just researching and making phone call after phone call and email after email till I got somewhere and found artists that I believed would attract a wide variety, because I didn't want to just target youth, but I didn't want to exclude them either. So I found Seventh Time Down, and they had music that ranged where I believe it ranges all the way up into 60s and 70s, and people can feel comfortable, enjoy it, understand it, but yet contemporary and cutting edge, that the youth will be right on board with this.
Okay. And you mentioned, I'm sorry, I forgot the other gal.
Hannah Kerr.
And what kind of music does she play?
Hannah Kerr also kind of has that gospel rock and roll
Okay.
feel to her, maybe a little more mellow, which is kind of nice to start off the concert that way. So if people aren't as used to that kind of music, they get to start off a little more mellow in the beginning of the evening. And what's cool about her is not only do we have a group of guys, Seventh Time Down, who are coming in, but we have a young woman representing something that's huge on the Iron Range, is getting women plugged in, leading, stuff like that. So we wanted to represent the Iron Range well for everybody. And she is 20 years old, still in college, and just went on tour with one of the biggest Christian bands in the world, Casting Crowns. So she just got off tour with them. So she's becoming a big name herself.
Wow, I'll have to check her out.
Yeah.
So how much does this concert cost to attend?
Well, that's the great thing. It's free.
It's free.
You just come
Okay.
and open air and right downtown Hibbing, right here. And so I think this will be a really fantastic thing to just encourage anybody and everybody, to come check it out and enjoy and just enjoy the time.
It sounds like it will
together.
be a lot of fun. I know I really like the music, so I encourage people to come to that. Yeah.
And with that too, the reason why we decided to make it free was we thought it was important, being a part of Jubilee Festival and how how that goes every year, and it's free, and there's no roadblocks for anyone, no matter where you're at in life, whether it's a hard season at work or you're flourishing. Everyone has the opportunity to come, and that's why we wanted to find private sponsors so that the city of Hibbing wouldn't have to be shelling out tons of money for this. That's one of the reasons why we went alcohol free, is because we know that costs a lot of money, so we are trying to reduce our costs too, and the city's costs if they, you know, because that's a big bill for us. And so we got sponsors from across the Iron Range to foot about a $21,000 bill for this concert.
Wow, and the sponsors that I see listed are Hibbing Taconite Security State Bank, Ameriprise Financial, Ford of Hibbing, American Bank, Detroit Reman, Max Gray Construction, Republic Bank, and the City of Hibbing. Did I miss anybody?
Those are some of them. Those are some of the, like, the main sponsors for Jubilee Festival. But then with that, since we're a new event and North Star is the host for it, we came up with our own finances for our event. So the chamber didn't even have to some degree, raise these finances. So the chamber kind of stepped in and helped us get finance with, like, HibTac, and Domix has stepped in huge for us. But with that, then we had the churches step in with donations. So what's cool about it is when I had this idea, I'm the pastor at North Star. I didn't even put any money up front right away. And initially, Chisholm Baptist stepped up with $8,000 up front to get this idea moving forward.
Wow.
And then North Star was able to come up with $7,000, and then Christian Missionary Alliance Church, Kevin Norton's church, who is another sponsor, is coming in with their donations right now. So basically, we wanted to try to foot this whole bill through the churches so that it wasn't even a burden on companies in this area.
That's amazing. That's really exciting, and you know, I'm just really thrilled that you're having this event. So just some questions people might have. What happens if it rains that night?
So yeah, if the concert gets rained out, the goal would be to reschedule it for another time.
Okay.
We are praying that that does not happen.
Lots of
day
prayers.
and night. Yep.
You got God on your side.
Yep. We are really asking that that would just be a beautiful night, so that this town can just have something to rally behind. That's why we called it Mining for Hope, because we mine and we spend so much money extracting iron ore, and we thought it's time to also invest a ton of money into this community to show that there is hope to be found in this community.
Very nice. Can people bring lawn chairs? Is that allowed or encouraged? Or?
Oh yeah. We encourage people to bring, you know, chairs, or they can stand or whatever, you know, however they feel. And I mean, it depends on, you know, age and ability and whatever, you know.
Right.
You can get out there, but bring a chair if needed, you know.
Because it starts at 6 and it goes till
9. So I would suggest bringing a chair.
Yeah.
Not even I want to stand that whole
Yeah.
time. So bring chairs.
I think I'm kind of young yet, but I probably want a chair. So what about bringing in snacks or food or anything, coolers? What's the message on that?
We would recommend that you don't. We don't want to have that come in, because we can't watch what is coming in, so that will not be allowed.
Okay.
Because also we want to support the vendors who have taken their time to be there, and the other businesses that are looking at putting up stands and different stuff. So we want the money to go to them. We want, and that way everything is safe and nothing's getting in that shouldn't be there that evening.
That's good to know, not to bring those in, and support our local businesses and vendors. So what are the hopes in regards to this in the future? Do you hope to do this again?
I hope that this is just the beginning. I've already started working on plans for next year. We can't obviously put any finalized or dates or say that it's happening for sure, but it's already in the workings that we would grow this, and that this would just be the beginning of what we bring to Hibbing, and maybe multiple things that we bring to Hibbing.
Okay.
So yeah, this year we really need to see, you know, what kind of response that we really have, and so that's really the first step. But we'd really love to see just a large response, and that's part of why we're just, you know, here talking about it too.
Right.
Any other thing that I would say, you know, about these bands that I think are special is, you know, there are a lot of bands that are out there, and maybe they're pretty good, But the one things that I think about these bands is their focus is outward. Their focus is on, you know, we're talking about hope, you know, and they're focusing on outward hope, and it's always what I think we need, and especially, you know, when you look at really the Iron Range and Hibbing and everything, there's a lot of ups and downs, and I think to give a positive message of hope, and that's what these bands are about, and what a great way to hear that and be encouraged, and that sort of thing.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in the world today, not just on the Iron Range, but you know, in the United States and in other countries that people are struggling. And I know just when I was listening, it just made me feel good. So it's uplifting. And like you said, you know, it's clean music, it's Christian music, but it's got a really good beat, rock beat, you know, different feel to it, but you know, very, very nice and family friendly. So that's really good. Did you have anything else you wanted to say about the event, or?
Yeah, what I'd like to say to anyone in the community or across the Iron Range, this was an idea 3 years ago, and now we sit here and it's no longer an idea. We have the opportunity to make a huge impact through music, which is one of the biggest forms of communicating hope from any generations from now until, you know, all the generations to come after us. And so we thought, what a better way to draw the community together in such a positive way to uplift and also to inspire. Wherever you sit with your dreams and hopes, and sometimes it can feel like the odds are against you up here. I'm here to tell you that the odds are not against you anymore, and that we are going to make massive breakthroughs up here on the Iron Range. And this is just the beginning, and I hope it inspires other people to shoot for the moon and go for their ideas and start to realize that there's other people doing it, and there has been tons of people doing it before me. I'm just the next person doing it, you know what I mean? And there's going to be tons of people that are going to be doing it after. I'm just one of the people up here that have decided to say, well, what does this look like? And then to have someone like Mark come alongside me and believe in that vision of doing something like this, and then to broadcast it and build a team, because that's the only way you can do something this large. To have Fairview come on board and just be excited about what we're doing is just opportunities.
Yep. And you know, I hear from people down in the metro that come up here on the weekends that we are in God's country. It's a beautiful place, and I know our winters are tough, but our summers are beautiful, and beautiful country. So this, you know, does support that and supports our families, and what a great thing that you guys are doing. So where could people go to find out about the bands and listen to their music, to see what it's like, and see if, you know, do you have a website? I know the Chamber had something on their Facebook page.
Yeah, so you can go to the Chamber Facebook page. You can go to northstarhibbing.org to look at concert stuff. There'll be concert stuff on Chisholm Baptist coming soon, just a location to look at it. Links that you can click on also, and then you could just go right directly, type into Google Seventh Time Down, or type in Hannah Kerr. They're all on YouTube also. Okay.
So I'm just going to reiterate that it's the Mining for Hope concert. It's Seventh Time Down. It's a free family concert. It's Friday, July 7th, and it's on the 200 block of Howard, right, Street?
Correct.
It starts at 6, but concessions open at 5.
Yes, it does.
And it's gospel roots and rock and roll attitude is what I read. So,
Yeah.
Anything else you gentlemen want to say?
I think that's all we have
That's it?
this afternoon.
Okay, well, I want to thank you both. Thank you
you very
so
much.
much for coming and being part
Thanks
of
very
the Healthy
much,
Hibbing
yeah.
Show. I want to thank the audience for being here with us today. Please check out our Facebook page and our website, healthyhibbing.com, for more information and resources, and I'll be sure to put this information on our Facebook page. Please Check us out for related resources and topics, and until next time, have a safe and healthy day.